Welcome back to yet another episode of Indie Rockers Ball.
We're the only music news show on IUP TV.
We bring you all the current news in the music world.
And more.
Blink-182 is still making their mark in 2017. How are they doing it? Well, in just a short while, they will be performing at the NCAA March Madness Music Festival. I didn't even know that was a thing, but hey, we'll go with it. Blink-182's response to this opportunity was, when you play at a festival like the NCAA March Madness Music Festival, not everybody's even heard of Blink-182, let alone like your music necessarily. So we curate the set list a little more, play mostly singles, and try to put out a little more effort because you have to win people over. It's a fun challenge. And the excitement of it all doesn't end there. After 25 years making music, it still means the world to the group to know that there are people who have been going to the concert since the beginning and people going for their very first time. Now with all this excitement and love for music, bring us to the great performance of Blink.
Like Vinny's topic earlier, I also have a band that has been staying strong for many years. Bon Jovi manages to keep his band and fans on their toes while still coming out with new music. Just last week, the band had a show in Philadelphia, which isn't too far from Little Indiana. Bon Jovi took the crowd on a 25-track journey. From old hits to new staples, the crowd went through waves of nostalgia. The stories, you know them, Jovi told the audience. You helped me write them. The audience had such an amazing night as all seats were empty because no one sits at a Bon Jovi concert. So if you haven't been to one yet, there's a little inside for you all. The concert ended with Livin' on a Prayer, leading everything into the future. Like to me, should we try it on IRB?
No, definitely not. That's old news.
All right then, enough with the old news. After Max's music lesson, we'll be back with some current news.
Hi Rockers. I can't talk while I play, so today we're learning an E chord. An E chord's pretty simple. It is having the last fattest string open, which is an E note, by the way. The next one, you're gonna have your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and you're also gonna have your ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And the last one is you're gonna play the G string, which is the 3rd string here, on the 1st fret. So it makes for this sound, hopefully. You can do a lot of songs with an E chord, especially with an A chord. You can do the Beatles' Love Me Do. Love, love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please. You can also do the intro to Sweet's Ballroom Blitz by using E as a power chord on the 7th fret of the 5th string. And you do a few hammer-ons. So here it goes. Thanks, Rockers. We'll see you back next week.
Didn't see you there. If you weren't aware, this is IUP TV. You can do many things. You can be behind the camera, in the studio, but by far, the hardest thing you have to do is be the hostess with the mostest. A major key to being hostess with the mostest is excellence. As a matter of fact, I drink it every morning. Hey, yo, this is cold. Jeez. Yeah, that looks good to me. Looks good. Major qualifications to be a host is hardworking, leadership, and also really, really outgoing. It's a lot more than just being good looking. So I have one question for you. Do you have what it takes to be host?
5, 4.
Excuse me, I have a show to do.
2,
1. Welcome to Generation Gap. I'm your host, Vincent Lowry, and today we will be talking about... The big question people want to know is, how can they purchase a song in a trailer? Most times, songs are either licensed for the use of the trailer or written specifically for the part, but nowhere can you purchase the full-length song. Chaim Gartenberg, a writer for The Verge, says he has the Game of Thrones trailer playing on repeat because the song is nowhere to be found. Although there is no solution, at least he has found a way around the problem. For those Game of Thrones fans, could you agree that the soundtrack to the trailer needs to be released, along with many other songs to trailers? Now that I'm thinking of this great idea, let's get a poll going on Twitter so we can hear what you think. Are trailer songs important enough to be released on their own? Let us know.
Spice Girls reunion? No, sorry. I hope I didn't get everyone too excited. But Victoria Beckham did want to spice up everyone's night while on the Late Night Show with James Corden. A 2-minute skit aired on the Late Night Show of Victoria and James in a carpool karaoke segment, which featured the Spice Girls song, Spice Up Your Life. The carpool karaoke quickly changed once she turned into a mannequin. The skit turned into a love story between Corden and Victoria Beckham mannequin. This sounds very similar to the Disney Channel Life Size with Tyra Banks. I love that movie.
No sitting at a Bon Jovi concert? Huh.
Nope, don't do it.
Well, that's all the music news we have.
Like always, we're going to send it off to Max and Mike for Rockers Review, and then we'll be back for some new music.
Stick around, Rockers.
Hey Rockers, welcome back to Rockers Review. I'm here with the doctor, music doctor that is, Dr. Mike Barra has come in, and we are taking a blast from the past once again, and we brought some cassettes here, and I have a little stick here, and if we bought these and didn't like one of them, well, they're gonna get justice. They're gonna get a sentence. So we'll start with the first one. That's yours, I believe.
Yeah, I got Master of Puppets by Metallica. I found that at the Goodwill up here last semester. It was like $1, maybe $3, and I was like, why not? I mean, you can't really go wrong. It's a great album. I didn't have it on CD or anything, so I was like, and I have a radio that like plays cassettes, so I was like,
Terrific.
Yeah, might as well.
What's the quality like?
I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet. I really hope it works. I probably should have checked it and made sure.
We need that checked out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna overall give this one a good rating.
Yeah.
Not knowing what this particular cassette is, so I can't bash it. What are some of your favorite songs on there?
Oh, Welcome Home, Sanitarium. That's one of my favorite Metallica songs on this album. Title track, of course, everyone knows Master of Puppets.
Such an iconic cover.
The thing,
And I don't know anything on it.
The Thing That Should Not Be. It's another one I really enjoy. Not really. I don't really know most of the second side, but the first half is has some of my favorite songs by them.
Cool. All right. Well, that is good. We're gonna let that go. The next one would be mine, and that's Billy Squier.
Nice.
This is from the year 1984, and I think all of his hits you would know are on this album.
Can't go wrong.
So yeah, there's Rock Me Tonight, All Night Long. Billy Squier, I really like him. He's got a good guitar sound, good voice, good 80s voice.
Yeah. My dad's I wouldn't say a huge fan, but he enjoys his music, and I definitely heard it growing up. He's got some good radio hits.
Yeah, if you're in for a radio hit,
yeah,
he can pull them out. All right, so Lives to See Another Day. What's the next one? The Babies. I'm just gonna cut the drama and say this guy is staying because The Babies are a really good album. You may not know, or a good band. You may not know this, but this is the anthology album, and it's got all their hits on it. I would recommend Midnight Rendezvous to the Rockers. This one gets Another Day.
All right.
And the last one, you're thinking like this is probably gonna get the hammer, right? Well, David Bowie is one of the most versatile rock and rollers, and this is at a really good phase of his, or an era.
Yeah.
1971 and 72, Moon Age Daydream. Great song. If
That's-
you want to learn a song on guitar, that's a fun one.
That's a great one.
Suffragette City, which is another classic. Ziggy Stardust. You got to get this one. This one is not going to be
How could
destroyed.
you?
It's not going to be. So none are getting destroyed today. We were fortunate enough to go to Goodwill, and they all worked out, and we have no issues.
Yeah.
All right, terrific. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you, rockers. If you have any cassettes that you want destroyed by my mallet, let me know. Once again, this has been Mike Barra and Max for Rockers Review.
Last week was the Doors' 50th anniversary of the release of their self-titled debut album, and in honor of that, they released a 3-disc deluxe edition of the album. This edition has tracks with the stereo and mono mixes along with a disc of live recordings. The original audio is also being upgraded for the first time in 30 years. If you haven't kept track of the technology growth in the past 30 years, then this album is definitely one to check out. Many improvements are expected to be made. All 3 discs feature the 11 tracks that were on their first album. In honor of this new release, Los Angeles held an event right in front of the Venice sign to honor to Doors' 50th anniversary. Go give their re-released album a listen and let us know what you think of it now compared to when it was originally released.
Calvin Harris manages to release a summer hit every summer that leaves fans obsessed. What song is it this year? Heatstroke. And no, I don't mean the sun. Heatstroke will feature Ariana Grande, Pharrell, and Young Thug. It will have a smooth funk sound that will get you out of your seats and on the dance floor. So while you're out at the pool or party at night, Heatstroke better be playing. I'm calling it now here on IRB. It will be the hit song of the summer.
I'm holding you to that, Peyton.
Go ahead, I have full confidence in my words. But up next, we have Music Mashup.
And then we'll be back for some more music you need to be listening to in April.
Welcome back to IRB, and I'm your host, Izzy, and this is your week of Music Mashup. And I'm here with Nick today, and today we're going to be playing the game Word Sneak. You might have seen it on a lot of late night shows, and they like to play around with this. So basically, word's going to pop up. We're going to try to incorporate it into a story and try to make it funny. So let's get straight into it. All right, so I was walking my dog, right? Okay. And then one day we were just going to the park, and I seen this girl, and I was trying to say hello to her, but she wouldn't give me no attention. So I go up, and then I found my good friend Riff, and Riff he just loves to just riff along and do riff things. But Riff basically he's just a guy that I like to use to to help me get into better situations with people.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah. So basically, right now, after Riff did that, we went over to this place. What do they call those things? I was talking to my therapist, because my therapist he wants me to go to these festivals kind of for no reason. They're like festivals that you go out and meet different people to basically do nothing. But these festivals, they're just weird. I don't even know how to explain it. Festivals are just things. So now my good friend Jim Morrison, he's a different type of guy. See, Jim. Okay. Jim, I enjoy him a lot. He likes to go out to play basketball with me. We play one-on-one sometimes. And I used to listen to Jim Morrison, but somehow one day he just popped up at the park and we just started playing basketball. So
Nice.
There goes. Now, after we was at the park, we decided to do something a little bit more different. We went to the park, and then after we left, we got invited to this dinner, and it was kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like dressy. It was just weird, but I don't know. It was, I guess, classical, if you want to call it that. And then basically a lot of people was just telling us just to make sure that we go to it, and it was a lot of classical music playing for that reason. I'm not really a fan of classical music. I'm more of a Lil Uzi type of guy, but everyone has their taste, and
right.
This classical music, it really got me going. I just started moving my feet. I was tapping. I didn't know what was going on. I was just moving. It was good though.
Nice.
Now, what I gotta tell you now is, honestly, I don't know how to go about this one, but the next day, I was listening to some music, and I really didn't even know how to explain it. But this guy, he was just, you know, jagging around. I don't know really what to call him. He was this one guy. He's like a Mick. I mean, I don't know. He was something, but he reminded me of Mick Jagger. He was just like jagging around all the time. It was just ridiculous. I didn't even understand. I didn't even know who he was. But he came up to me out of nowhere, and we just got along, and he was just, you know, jagging along.
All right. You ever listen to like any Blink-182 or anything, or nah?
No, I've heard of them, but I don't really know much about them.
Do you know the drummer's name by chance, or no?
Travis Barker.
Yeah, Travis Barker. All right. So, you okay? My mind went blank a little bit. I mean, what kind of music are you into or anything? Nothing. Like...
I like anything. I mean, I'll listen to anything. I'm not really that big of a fan of country, but it's okay. It's fine.
I mean, you listen to anything, like you listen to like any punk or anything, like hard rock, classic rock?
I mean, what do you consider Nirvana?
They're more of alternative, or no, they're grunge. They're like one of the founders of grunge style music.
I've heard of them.
All right. Do you play drums by chance, or?
No, just like a hand drum, you know, from time to time.
Do you do any drum rolls or anything, or?
No, I mean, if the teacher like doing like a little announcement thing or
right.
something, I'll do a drum roll. But other than that, I don't really know.
It's like when the teacher like asks for a drum roll, like you're one of those people who like gets into it, or?
Yeah, I mean, if I hit a drum roll, you won't hear it. It's gonna be like,
nice.
You know, I just go sometimes. I don't know how to do it. You know.
Okay. Yeah. You know, who was the guy that died like at the beginning of the year, like the famous musician?
Which one? I mean, a few people died. I mean,
was it David Bowie? He passed away this year, right?
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
He passed away, right?
No, I don't know. I don't know nothing about David Bowie. I know Prince died. I don't know about David Bowie.
Oh, okay.
But
no. You go to concerts pretty often or anything, or?
Not really. I mean, I wish I could, but
right,
I don't really get out enough to, you know, go to concerts.
Yeah. I mean, like, what do you do? Do you like to get up to the front, like near the speakers or anything, or you like chill in the back? You know.
When I do go to concerts, I'm trying to be in the front, definitely.
Okay, yeah. You want to get like up to the speakers, like you want to feel the music or whatever. I
don't know. I want to just kind of, you know, just if I go to a concert, I'm definitely bringing my guy Jag. You know, like my guy Jag, I just appreciate him a lot, and I'll definitely need him at the concert right next to me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, he's King Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick is back and rumored to be coming out with his new rumored album, Part 4. Kendrick has already caused a stir with his 2 new tracks of The Heart and Humble. In The Heart, he states that he is here and he isn't messing around when releasing his rumored album. Coming straight from his lyrics, he pronounces that he's coming for blood. King Kendrick raps, "Y'all got till April the 7th to get y'all beep together." So rockers, April 7th might be the day. Also, Kendrick, that's not too humble of you. Oh wait, that's the title of your other new song? Well, either way, Humble talks about accepting the many flaws within people. One of the key images Kendrick paints is the lyrics describing women in today's society. Lamar talks about how he's sick of Photoshop on women and described one type of women as the most attractive, but received a backlash from social media stating that over and over again, Lamar is very shallow with women problems. So rockers, what are your thoughts on King Kendrick's Humble and The Heart? Be sure to let us know.
This just in. will.i.am just released the music video for his new single, Fire, which was filmed on the Coronation Street set. Some question why it was filmed on that specific set. Will said he released this video in appreciation of British culture and because he loved being there. This international video aired on April 2nd during The Voice UK's live final because of his popularity being a judge on the show. The video features backup dancers who closely resemble Michael Jackson's famous moves, which is really cool if you ask me. will.i.am's video is on YouTube now, so go check it out and let us know what you think by tweeting us at IRBTV.
That's all the music releases we have for you.
Let us know what you thought of our suggestions.
And what music we should be looking out for this month.
Up next, we have another live performance for you all.
Stick around. Hey Rockers, I'm Vincent Lauer. You are here back at Check This Out. So I got a question for you. What happens when you put two grad students that are majoring in public affairs as well as speech path and also named Matthew and Anthony? Well, you get Herbivore. And actually, you can check out all their music on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, as well as Bandcamp and any other forms of media for music. Also, they're on all social media, and be sure to check them out this Saturday at the Brown here in Indiana, Pennsylvania at 10 p.m. on April 8th. And I'm going to turn it over to Herbivore right now.
This one's called Smokestacks. I got something on my mind that won't go away. Oh, oh, no. Can't find the remedy. Spin venom when your fish is done. Projecting poison from your mouth. I'm done. I'm sitting this one out. I'm gone on for so long. And I got these marks on my lips. Will detonate the smokestacks. Dissipate my boiling blood. A conglomerate of drawbacks got me paralyzed and choking on my own tongue. My own tongue. Damned up that Russian river flow. Stop filling everything that I know. Oh, oh, for now. The clock is ticking down and I can't control these rampant thoughts of mine. Polluted with your crime, but this time I'm done. I can't hold on. I've been biting down for far too long, and I got these holes in my lips. Will detonate the smokestacks. Dissipate my boiling blood. A conglomerate of drawbacks got me paralyzed and choking on my own. Will detonate the smokestacks. Can't handle all of the smoke. You're spilling into my lungs, dissatisfied and choking on my own tongue. Patience and respiration won't do me no good. I try to remember every skipping stone must say. And it's from this misunderstanding that I could flush all that poisonous blood out from underneath my skin. Patience and respiration won't do me no good. I try to remember, oh, I try to remember. And it's from this misunderstanding that I could flush all that poisonous blood out from underneath my skin. Oh, I feel it in my skin. It's in my skin, in my skin. Oh, she's there, and I feel it's in my skin. 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 Oh, we'll detonate those smokestacks. Dissipate my boiling blood. A conglomerate of drawbacks got me paralyzed and choking on my own. We'll detonate those smokestacks. Can't handle all of the smoke. You're spilling into my lungs, dissatisfied and choking on my own tongue. My own tongue. Oh, 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 oh.
Rockers, that was Herbivore. I'm joined by Matthew Van Horn, Anthony Capozzi. So guys, I'm just gonna go right into the conversation here. So how did Herbivore get started?
Well, I actually met this kid about 2 years ago working at an Italian restaurant called Bruno's, 11th Street in Philadelphia. And he worked downstairs, I worked upstairs. One day found out that he was a rocker and I too was a rocker. So we decided to get together and start jamming. From there, we started writing a bunch of songs. And then it was about senior year last spring is when he introduced me to a couple of his friends, Kevin, who plays keys for us. I brought in my buddy Jake, who I was also jamming guitar with, and my buddy Chris, who I met freshman year, and I brought him back to record an album. And then that's kind of how we all met, and we literally met some of the members in our band like as we were recording the album.
We brought in my buddy Nick P too as a manager, and we got together in my apartment on Philly Street during spring break. No one was in town, and we set up for 3 days and created the College Years album.
Ah, so just a little bit of a Zen moment in Indiana, PA. No one was home, so I want to ask you guys touched upon an album, so tell me about that. I mean,
well, it's just it kind of started off just as a compilation of a bunch of songs that had no common theme that we wrote over the couple years, and what we wanted to do was we were like, oh man, we're all graduating. We thought of a lot of cool songs, but how are we going to listen to these when we're far apart from each other after we graduate? So that's why we got together to record the album, and then we realized that we actually played pretty well together.
We had a chemistry, and I think other people saw it too.
And then
well, Nick saw it. That's about it.
Nick, when he came in from Penn State, and he's a sound engineer, he basically took all these songs that had no common theme and kind of tied them all together.
Tells a little story.
Yeah, so
I was surprised.
yeah, it
Proud of it.
it tells a harrowing tale of the college years.
awesome. College years. So speaking of college, I mean, we're here at IUP, so is there any live performance that you guys are going to do soon?
Yes, actually, this Saturday at the Brown Hotel, we are playing a full band set.
All 5 of us.
We're gonna play the entire College Years album. It's actually promoted as our album release in Indiana.
Awesome.
And we'll have merchandise, CDs, t-shirts, the whole shebang.
Awesome. Well, Matthew Van Horn, Anthony Capozzi, thank you so much for coming on IURB. This has been Herbivore, and I am Vincent Lowry. This has been Check This Out.
If you want to find love nowadays, you don't have to be a bachelor or a bachelorette. Holy sh**. If you want to find love nowadays, you don't have to be a bachelor or a bachelorette. You just need to be a contestant on the show Personally, I'm hurting for the kids of the future that listen to the Hollaback Girl and can't figure out what ABA, obviously that proves he's Muslim. So if his beard implies that Islam, then I guess the people have been claiming that Obama is a Muslim moved on to Ryan, and the proof is in the pudding. I'm sorry.
Wow, what a stellar performance by Herbivore. Well, I'm Vincent Lowry.
I'm Peyton Markajon.
And this has been IRB.
Catch you around, rockers.